Hey, my Culture Asking, and today, guys, I'm here to do another anime review, and the review is to Fate Apocrypha, Episode 1, guys. Yes, guys. Yes! It's finally here. More Fate has finally come in anime form. Fate Apocrypha. Now, first up, guys, I should mention this. Fate Apocrypha does not follow any of the original Fate franchise. It doesn't follow any of the rest of the Fate franchise. This one is its own story. Still have connections to the other Fate series, because obviously it's part of the Fate series, it's part of the Fate franchise, it's part of Type Moon, and it's multiverse. It's part of the Natsuverse. So obviously it's going to have connections, but it's going to follow its own story and its own outcome. It won't have any connections to the Fate Zero or Fate Stay Night. It'll be similar to how Fate Cleared is like, but it won't be magical girls and it won't have any of that in. But it will do the similar things how Fate Cleared done it. It'll tell its own story and its own way and how different outcomes occurred. So let's go over what Fate Apocrypha is all about. So, Fate Apocrypha. In Fate Apocrypha, after the Third Holy Grail War, that was the last of the known Holy Grail War we all got to know, if we ever go into the Fate series. That was the last time the Holy Grail War was ever fought. And only until, I take it, the same similar time period of how Fate Stay Night. The same time period when Fate Stay Night occurred. It's definitely around there when the next Holy Grail War starts. Now, that means you could call this the fourth Holy Grail War, but it's different. The reason why it's different, because it's not really like how the other Holy Grail Wars is like. Because back in the Third Holy Grail War, where so far in this anime, in this season, in this universe of the Fate series, that was the previous Holy Grail War. In that war, a master known as Negamodium, I think I say his family name, that's his family name, because he's a rich, noble mage family. Makes logical sense why, but he was part of the Third Holy Grail War. And he was German, and he was working, and the war was set in the World Wars. And I take it Second World War. So I think it's obviously who was involved in this. Fucking Hitler! Hitler's fucking involved. But yeah, so that's one thing. If you like Hitler, Hitler's definitely going to be involved in some way, because it looks like it. But during that Holy Grail War, and after it was completed, because unfortunately, no one actually won in the Holy Grail War. It looked like, because it got completely vanquished, the Holy Grail post no longer exists. Because the Greater Grail was stolen and was hidden away. That means the Grail couldn't be summoned. The main Holy Grail could not be summoned. Because of that, the Holy Grail War was null and void, and it was, over. It was completely over. Because these Germans, Negamodium himself actually stole and hidden the Greater Grail from everyone. He stole it to make sure he can create his own Holy Grail War. His own Holy Grail War with his own rules. The problem is, the Mage Association didn't want that. They did not want that. Because of that, it influences this new Grail War. And this Grail War is known as the Great Holy Grail War. Now, this is how the Great Holy Grail War supposed to work. There's two different factions. The Red Masters, which are the masters that work for the Mage Association, and then the Black Masters, who work for Negamodium. these are the masters that are going to fight off. And by the way, guys, we all know that in a main Holy Grail war, you're only supposed to have 7 masters. Only 7 with 7 servants. But then I did say 2 different factions with red masters and black masters. That means each side is going to have 7 masters. 7 masters for the red side and the 7 masters for the black side. So that means there's going to be 7 servants for each master. And don't forget, as the Holy Grail War, each master gets a servant. That means 7 servants on the black side and 7 servants on the red side. That means overall there's going to be 14 masters and 14 servants fighting each other. But the thing is, they'll be working together. The red masters and servants will be fighting together against the black servants and masters. The 7 masters won't be fighting each other. They'll be fighting each 7 of those masters will be fighting the other 7 masters from the other faction. And that's how this Holy Grail will work. Each of the 7 masters from each faction, the black faction, the red faction, will summon their own servants. And the black faction masters and servants will fight against the red faction masters and servants. It's gonna be fucking epic. It's gonna be fucking epic because the first fight we saw, like the beginning little part of the first fight, like, at the beginning of the episode, we saw at the beginning of what the fight is gonna be like. Holy fuck! And by the way, I realized some of these characters already. Because first I did my research. Now, and I already knew what class they were in. So, from what I saw, first up, John Varrock. John Varrock is in there. John Varrock, I can't fucking wait. Actually, the name John Varrock got revealed at the end of the episode as well, if you guys didn't see the little bit after the opening, after the ending song. But John Varrock is in it. And then we also got Baldemon? I don't know how you say his name. I don't know much about his legend. But he did get called a fake hero. Maybe because, like I said, the Major Association were the original people that were supposed to run the Holy Grail War. So maybe that's the reason why he got called a fake servant. Or that he could be similar to like how Shiro, when he became Archer, like, it could be like Archer that he's not. Well, actually, no, Archer was a legit servant, so maybe not him, but he could be an artificial villain. But we don't, artificial servant, but we don't fully know. But I think he is a hero. I definitely believe he's some form of hero in some legend. Now, the next time we got revealed their name would be the servant Mordred. And for anybody who has heard this name, doesn't remember who Mordred is, I think from what I'm going to reveal to you, who might be shocked to you, Mordred, the son, or in this case, as is the Fate series, gender bending into a female, the daughter of King Arthur, or Otaria, for anybody who's fucking watched the rest of the Fate series. Mordred. Oh, I can just say fucking Mordred! Woohoo! The rightful heir of King Arthur. Man, he is a relative, so either way he is an heir, and he's the only relative to King Arthur. Like, he's the only child of King Arthur. So either way, she is the rightful heir of King Arthur, no matter what. No matter if King Arthur or Otari denied his or her inheritance, by DNA standpoint, he is the rightful heir because of his blood being the daughter of Otaria. So, we get a chance to see now we get a chance to see the preparations of who's getting chosen as the Masters. Now, we officially now know all the Masters' names, by the way, all the names of Masters for the red side. I can't fully remember all of them, except for officially revealed, but I definitely know this guy, but the guy who looks a bit like Shiro. If you guys see his guy's face, the guy's called Shiro. Yeah, Shiro's in this guy. Oh, Shiro's in it! Yeah, not the normal Shiro. We only got known his first name. We don't know his third name. The thing is, I already know his third name. By the way, Fate Apocrypha is based off a novel. Based off a light novel. So like Fate Zero. It's like Fate Zero, it's based on a light novel. So, and unfortunately I have not read the light novel. I never read the light novel, but I have done my research and I've heard of who this Shiro guy is. He's not Shiro Emiya. He's Shiro Kutamine. From what I've done research on, he is known as Shiro Kutamine. So, if you think about it, in one person, we're seeing both Shiro and Kirei Kutamine in this series. I can't fucking wait. And his servant is Caster. Now, what Caster is, we don't know. But we also know Negamonian, because Negamonian, he's also a master for the Holy Grail War, and he summons a servant. And his servant is also a caster. And I can't fully remember his name. I think it's Ascadorian? I think that's his name. This caster's name. Now, I don't know about Ascadorian. I don't know about his legend. I don't know really about his legend. Because I definitely know he seems to be some form of legend of some sort. Now, we found out to get hit, he doesn't have his noble phantasm, but surprisingly he doesn't have his noble phantasm. Because his noble phantasm seems to be biological, a golem. His noble phantasm seems to be a golem. The problem is, to get this golem, he needs strong magical powers, strong magical energy into it, and also a living organism inside of it. You need a living organism, a living heart inside of it. The thing is, they don't want to sacrifice proper living humans. They don't want to sacrifice any of them. And also, don't forget, as he's a servant, he can't use his magic. If he did, he'd be wiped out. He would be wiped out instantly. Because, don't forget, because the master supplies the mana for a servant. The thing is, the master, Negamon, doesn't seem like he has enough energy. That means the only way they can get this energy is by using homunculus. Homunculi. We all know homunculi have always been a big thing in the Fate universe. Especially when the main people, Ilya, being homunculus. And Irisfield being homunculus for the Holy Grail. And also the Great Grail. The Greater Grail. So, that means if they stole the Greater Grail, that means, did they steal a homunculus from the Ironsburns? Or is it something else this time? Because this is his own story that has some connection, but follows its own storyline and doesn't follow how the original Fates have written it. So I've said this is awesome. Now, also, other characters that we got shown, there was like throwbacks from the Fate Zero. Fate Zero flashbacks, not just like Fate Stay Night, but Fate Zero references. Wyvern's in it. Fucking Wyvern, but he's an adult. So we definitely know this is definitely set sometime in the Fate Stay Night time period. Because Wyvern's an adult, and if you guys remember correct from Fate Zero, he was still a kid, he's still a student, a high school, maybe middle school student in Major Association. He was still a student. So that means he was still a kid when he was a master in Fate Zero. So that means, of course, if he's an adult in Fate Apocrypha, he must be an adult. That means it must be the Fate Stay Night version of Reviwe, or Waver. So it was set in the Fate Stay Night time period. So I got to say this. for what we've learned so far. Oh, I can't fucking wait. And the summons, when we get a chance to see this guy who summons, from what it looks, I don't believe he's the main character, because from the actual banner, let me see, I'm going to go back to find the banner. Yeah, the actual banner. I don't believe he's the main character. The guy who summoned Saber Class Servant, Mordred. I don't believe he's the main character. From what I also done from my research, the main character is a homunculus. The main character is a homunculus, from I remember correct. I might be wrong. Because I remember correct, there's two Fate adaptations that have homunculus involved as the main character. The Fate Extra series, because there's multiple, because Fate Externalian, that is part of the Fate Extra franchise. It's part of the Fate Extra section. And remember correct, the main character is also homunculus. But I do believe there's a main character who's homunculus in Fate Apocrypha. And so far he's not been shown, from what I know, in the series yet. But it does make sense. More of the main characters sometimes aren't always shown straight away. Like, don't forget, in Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, episode 0, or you can say episode 1, how you like it, don't forget, it showed Rain Toska, who was not the main character. She was the main heroine, but she was not the main character. We got glimpses of the main character, but we didn't get fully revealed who the main character was. Of course, I already knew, because I watched a lot of the Fate already. But the Fate, we definitely know that the main character wasn't fully introduced yet in that point. So maybe next episode we could reveal who the main character is. Because at the end of the episode, Jeanne d'Arc is revealed. And if I remember correct, Jeanne d'Arc, she is, again, Jeanne d'Arc is the female French warrior who fought with France. You guys know her, Jeanne d'Arc. Oh man, I made my names, but you know her. I remember correct, she is the servant of the main character. So, I definitely remember correct. And if I'm correct, she's gonna be the savior, because I remember correct also, there was gonna be more than just the original 7 servants. I remember correct, there is definitely gonna be more than just the 7 class of servants. And 14, not just 14, so that means, I don't really believe there's not just going to be 14 servants. It might be just 14 servants, and maybe not all of them are going to be the original 7. Maybe some of these original 7, maybe some of these servants on the black or red side could also be the savior, the avenger, and also a beast and ruler. But I think those were the 4. I think those were the 4 unknown classes, from what we know of, that's going to be revealed. Like I said, I've done my research. Sorry if I'm spoiling a lot of things for you guys, but I done research. It's not like official confirmed information I'm giving you, because this is don't forget, this is just for like bits of knowledge I've able to gather up. But I don't feel like this is all of it. And so I'm not like fully spoiling you. I'm giving you a bit of spoilers because I spoiled myself. But I definitely know those servers are going to be involved. I remember correct, Jeanne d'Arc is definitely going to be a savior. So, and we definitely know she's going to be used by the main character, which I can't wait for that. Now, and overall, I'm going to say, the summonings of every single servant was awesome. Like, I gotta mention this. And I gotta mention this. The animation. Oh my god, it was fucking awesome! The art style and the animation, if I didn't look fucking good. And by the way guys, if I did not know it was A1 Pictures that was animating this, I could be misled to be ufotable. Only because of the art style was like how Ufotable done their Fate series. I was like, oh my god. And I'm glad, because I was a bit worried because it was A1 Pictures. And we definitely know Fate Stay Night Heaven's Field, the movies, were definitely getting made by Ufotable. So it means, of course, everyone's going to compare that with Fate Apocrypha. And we awfully know, if you guys remember watching Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, how gorgeous, how epic that animation, the art style was in those Fate Stay Night to Bladeworks and Fate Zero. So everybody is definitely going to compare Fate Apocrypha to this, because Fate Apocrypha as a series is on par with the rest of the main Fate franchise. On the main Fate franchise, Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, it's on par with those series. And that means, obviously, Fate Apocrypha, the anime, will of course be compared to the rest of the Fate anime of the main series. And so far, A1 Pictures are definitely bringing the A again, because I feel like I was a bit worried, because this was A1 Pictures, who have got a reputation of doing very good animation anime series, but have terrible storytelling. Like, I'm alright with their storytelling, but I have seen a lot of complaints from a lot of people about A1 Pictures' way of doing said stories in some said series, especially with Fairy Tail being very diverse by a lot of people. Like, I love Fairy Tail, but I do know that a lot of people don't really like it. And again, because it's A1 Pictures made it. But people do respect that A1 Pictures does do good animation. Again, not really on par with Ufotable, but they do very good animation. So, animation quality, they will not be too mad about. Of course, they'll be mad it's not made by Ufotable. If it was made by Ufotable, everybody would be like, hell yeah, it's made by Ufotable! Like, everybody would, like, be screaming like that. But as it's not made by Ufotable, everybody did get a bit of a distaste for it, but they were not complaining, because they already knew A1 Pictures will do good animation for it. But they also know that as it's A1 Pictures, who of course have done some terrible series before, by animation and storytelling, they did have a bit of a problem for it. Like, they did have a bit of a distaste for it. Because if it was by Ufotable, who've already succeeded with the Fate series, they knew it was going to be awesome. But with Fate, but as it's A1 Pictures, who's never done any Fate series before, as they have never done it before, people are worried. Because there could be wrongs with animation. Now, even though animation was going to be one of their strong suits, if the anime does end up being terrible, most people would agree that the animation for it might be one of its strong suits. But storytelling might end up being terrible. But from what I'm seeing so far, A1 Pictures could actually pull it off. They could actually pull off a decent adaptation of a Fate franchise. That means if they ever get another Fate series, I would be happy, because they have to succeed. If they succeed with Fate Apocrypha. And so far, it looks fucking good as well, because the animation art style, it looks a little bit like you thought about. Only a little bit, because thanks to me watching enough anime from both A1 Pictures and Ufotable, I can definitely tell which one's A1 Pictures and which one is Ufotable. But if I didn't know, if I couldn't tell which one's Ufotable and A1 Pictures, if I didn't know any of that, I would have been fooled this would have been Ufotable. I would have been fooled this was Ufotable animating this. But lucky for me, I'm not, and I'm glad A1 Pictures are doing right now. This episode was fucking awesome. Animation, art style, I can't wait for the next episode. It's fucking awesome. It's back! My Fate is back! And guys, the hype's not over. Fate cleared Prisma Light and Ilia. The movies are coming out this season as well. Oh, there's double the Fate! Double the fucking Fate! Not just by anime seasonal episode watching, but by movie as well. I can't fucking wait! This season is fucking epic! And overall, that's all I really got to say. Sorry, my Fate fandom is fucking yes! As you guys know, I'm a fucking big Fate fan. Like, after all, first up, I got my fucking, look, I got fucking 4 scrolls of Fate, like, up there as well, if you guys can see that. And, of course, my figures. You can see Sailor, Sakura, Rin, my waifu, and Archer up there, along with the other ones as well. And over here, obviously we got my other, if you guys can see it, my other wolf scroll as well. But yeah, and also, I can't show you the back, but I also got my body pillow as well. Yeah, I got a body pillow of Rin Tusk, my waifu. Yeah, I can't deny that. Yeah. Yeah, I got a body pillow as well, but I wanted one. It's my freaking Rin Tusk. And of course, I'm an anime fan, so obviously I will collect some stuff, even including body pillows. Even though even the anime community, some people get a bit disgusted with body pillows, I'm alright with it because it's a fake product. It's fucking anime products. I would like to get them. And that's overall. But anyway, my fake fandom, my fucking fake fandom, my fucking fake hype. It's fucking back. I can't wait. Hey guys, that's all I've got to say. Hey guys, hope you guys like it. This is my review to Fate Apocrypha Episode 1. Hope you guys like it. Become channel fans today. If guys want something more, down below. My register, and yeah, hope you guys like it. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.